Hey, I think we're live. Yep, we're live. Okay. Oh, yeah. What a great day. I don't really like this angle, but I think it'll be okay. I think we're gonna be okay. I think I'm just gonna leave it like that, I think. Okay. All right. Hi, everyone. Wache ani buju. Welcome to our flower farm sampler. So long. This is the book that we're using. This is the pattern that you'll need to use to find the instructions on how the author, the designer, wants us to sew our blocks together. So you do need the book. I can't give you those instructions. I have no rights to them. And it's important that we honor those copyright laws, that we honor the person who created it, and that we, oh my gosh, where's my mouse? It's dead. That we make sure that we take care of, because people spend a lot of time making these and we don't want to lose out because someone is losing out. It's a lot of time and effort spent into making these books, these patterns, and we want to respect that. So be mindful of that. You buy a copy, you have one copy, and you're not allowed to photocopy it. You're not allowed to share it. You can share your blocks like we're going to do tonight. We can sew our blocks together. I'm not going to give you patterns. I'm not going to give you cutting instructions. I'm just going to say we're going to take block A and block whatever and sew them together. So that you do that with any block that you make anyways. So, but just be mindful of that and get your copy. Actually really it's a really good pattern to have. You get 18 different blocks. You can make endless possibilities, because you could make a quilt from each block. So you could make 18 different quilts using each block. You can make the sampler quilt with all of the different blocks incorporated. You can make there's other additional patterns in the back using multiple blocks. It's endless possibilities, and just changing out the fabric in some of the blocks really makes a difference. So check it out and invest in your patterns. And I'm really being mindful of what patterns I'm buying. I'm making sure that I actually want to make it. I'm trying to make it within a set period of time, because it's very easy to just get an overwhelming stash of patterns in. Now, some of them you might not print out, you might just save them for later, but even in your inbox or in your folders on your computer, you can really fill it up with all of these extra things. So it's 6 o'clock now. We're going to get ready. Hi. I think that is you, my son. I'm not sure. Maybe it's somebody else, but hello, everyone. Welcome. We're going to work on block 6 of the Flower Farm Sampler. So I'm just going to sew my normal way of sewing. It's not so much an instructional class as a sew the blocks with me together. And I say blocks because there's 2 blocks. So you're going to make 2 of this particular block. And the cutting instructions are for the 2 blocks. So if you only want to make one, you need 2 for the sampler. But if you have cut them, what I learned was that if you're cutting 2 different blocks, then you need to make sure that you cut half for the one block and half for the other. So if it says 8 squares, then you need to cut 4 in the color for the first block and 4 in the color for the second block. So keep that in mind as well. All my fabric is already pre-cut and ready to go. So block 1 will be these greens and blues. I'm sorry, I can't really do anything about that. The colors for the second block, very similar. I just changed out. In this one, I'm going to focus on the blue, and this one, I'm focusing on the green. Okay, I have them all marked and ready to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to do each part at the same time for both blocks. When we're done, we'll have 2 complete blocks. All right, so let's get started. First thing we're going to do is we're going to arrange B, D, arrange a B block, a D two D blocks, two F squares. So let's get those. You need a B block. So a B block from each square. Now these are the same. Oh, I shouldn't take the top one because that has the letter. That's my little sticker. Okay. So a B block. Okay. Let's move some of this over so I have room to put both of my blocks. A B block, two D blocks. So two D blocks per block. Okay. Two D blocks. 1, 2. Okay. Then you're going to take two F's, two F squares. So they're just background squares. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to take them from the other one. Now, I might have cut too many of some of these blocks, but that's okay. It's good to have a few extra, especially when my background is the same throughout each block. Hello, Laura. Welcome. If other people are on and you're sewing along, I'm sorry if I missed saying hello. It's hard to see the screen from over here, so I will try. Okay, so we did our two F blocks. No, that goes here. Two F's in this row. Okay, lay it out according to the book. If you're sewing along, you have to have the book because there's no other way to do it. Or you can just enjoy having fun and chat with us. And I will try to read the comments. Okay, that's the two F's and then the two E's. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2. These will look identical for both blocks because there's no change in fabric for me here. E is the rectangle and E. And you have to repeat to make 8 units. We're going to repeat this and make 8 units. Okay, I think I'm going to lay out 2 at a time and sew it that way, and we'll see how it goes, at least the first time. So what you're going to do is you're going to just sew. I'm going to put my needle down. I should hit that. I need to get my machine professionally. It needs it to go to the spa, so I need to drop it off at some point. My pedal is acting a little funny, so I'll have to get that looked at. All right. This is the next row. Oh no, that's the next block. This is the next row. Okay. So that middle row gets 2 pieces. 2 seams on the middle row of each corner block. These are the corners of our flower block here. This is the gentine. Gentine, I think is how you say it. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I think that's how you say it. It's Gentine. All right. There are pressing instructions in the book. I suggest that we follow those. I say we because we're sewing together, so that that's a bonus block, so that we don't get confused. So I'm going to open up the center row, and I'm going to grab that second piece that needs to go on here because there's 3 little pieces. I'm just going to sew that without touching any of the other blocks. It's because the other ones had a rectangle in them. So it takes up the use of 2 blocks. So I am using Tula Pink for fabric collection and for my background because I don't know if Tula Pink has a white, like a solid white, but I'm using just a Northcott white fabric. They're white. Their color works white. I bought a whole bolt of it, so I have a lot. Okay, so for nesting purposes, I'm going to press towards the dark color, which I believe is what the pattern says. I'll have to double check. You will have to cut the threads, I think, at least on the bottom, because it's in the wrong spot. Okay, I think I'll just cut that thread too. Okay, so now I'm going to sew this to this, nesting the seams, and it does say to press to the darker fabric. which is what I did. I was pretty sure that's what it said, but I want to double check it. It's going to sew. We're always using a 1/4 inch seam. I don't feel that you don't even have to take it to the iron if you don't want to. You can simply finger press. Finger press. Oops. Finger press in. Maybe that one doesn't want to do that. I have my iron right next to me, which really helps. I've even had my ironing board really low when I had an ironing board. I have a pressing station now, a little different. When I had my ironing board, I put it really low and have it right next to me, just so I don't have to move. Get up and move. Because when you're doing just short seams, you don't always want to get up and go over to the ironing board. I have a wool mat that I use. I kind of put something under it. When I used to use it, I used to put it on my ironing board, or I would put something under it to protect the surface below. Here, all it did was turn my table yellow, a little yellow. I'm not too worried about it. You never see it anyways because the pressing mat's always on it. Okay. So we're making one to start, just to kind of give us a feel. And then we're going to make 3 more for each block. And we're making 2, so we're going to make 4. But 3 of each, 3 for each, just in case you're changing any of your colors. Like I said, I only have 1 change in color per block. I only swapped out 1 fabric. So these can be squared. Let's that's got 2 pieces. That's still a bonus block. So I don't sew any of these blocks without being live here in this class. So, or in this sew along. I sew them all here with you. Okay, so these need to be, let's check our pattern to see what size they need to be, 6.5. Okay. So I'm going to lay it out here. I'm just going to trim it. This is a 6.5 inch square. It's perfect. Okay. And then this one is also good. Okay. Oh, no, that's a little bit up there that I need to trim off. Just the slightest little bit. Okay, perfect. Okay, so these both are ready to go. So let's make some more. So we're actually going to make 6 more. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then 2. Oh, we're going to use all our D's. We still have C's left, but we're going to use all our D's. I think. No, wait a minute. Yeah, we are 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you need your E's. I think we're going to use all our E's as well. Yeah. E's. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. And then F's we need 1, 2, 3. We're not going to use all our F's or all our B's. 1, 2, 3. And then we need 1, 2, 3, and 3. And then 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Oops. Now put my F back on my little block. Okay, so now we're going to make 6 more of these blocks. So we're just gonna sew them all. All right, I think I'm just gonna sew all the tops. I'm gonna sew all of the top row. So your D with your E, I'm gonna sew all of those. And then I'm gonna sew all of my next row and my next row, and then I'll sew all the rows together. Because I probably will get confused at some point. I know myself, and I will probably get slightly confused. So we do have a class next Wednesday as well, or a sew along. Maybe I should call it a sew along. Next Wednesday as well. Same time, at least that is the plan as of right now. Everyone keeps asking, when are you going up to Cincinnati? And I'm going up the day my trailer. So the day my camper arrives is when I'm going up there. So that's when I'm going up. So now I'm sewing the second row. So that will be the 2 squares, the background and the color, whatever color D is for you. So all of those. I haven't pressed anything. I love to chain piece, so I'm just chain piecing it through. That's what works for me. Oops. Hold it on me. Okay. So if I get it to can I don't think it'll well, let's hope it's up there on Wednesday or Thursday because I'd love to go up there that early and just get it ready, get it organized, and have a lot of stuff to bring up. I almost wish I had like I could pull a little trailer or something, but it is what it is. I'm gonna take my those need to be pressed. Someone's down there doing bitching. Okay. I'm going to trim these apart. Okay. All right. So now on the other side of this beautiful piece, we're going to sew the other square. Now you don't have to do this the way I'm doing it. But I mean, you have to sew the pieces together the way it says to. Well, you don't have to, I guess. You can. It won't look the same as what she tells us to make. Sew this together, however it works for you. What? Yeah. All my pots can go in the dishwasher. Oh yeah, they can all go in there. I don't care anymore. And they are all dishwasher safe. Ken was supposed to come and get food too. So Kat's here, doing whatever. Oh, that's an extra one. Oh no, I need that. Oh, damn, what I had. Oh, if I got that one. Hang on. There's one I left on there. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I didn't count. I thought maybe I counted wrong, but then I remembered. And I made dinner for everybody with no set time to come and eat. Just come over and grab food and eat, you know? I said I have a class. So that's the plan for next week is we're gonna do block 7. Once I get confirmation when my camper will be up in Cincinnati, I'd like to be there. I might even just run up there, bring up a bunch of stuff, and then come back and get more stuff. Because I'm just so excited. And I have nothing in it. Like there's nothing. And it's not in Timmins to stuff. Like I can't drop stuff off. Okay, here's all the stuff I want you to bring up with the trailer. I can't do that. Or maybe I can meet them at the road and be like, okay, you drive up, I'm gonna give you a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna go home, get more stuff, and then depending on which route they take to go up there. Anyways, that's the plan, is to have class. My parents are up there, so it's not so bad because at least there's somebody up there. But hopefully. All right, so now we have all of the components. So we've made 2 of these, or I've made 2. I don't know how you're setting it up. There's no right or wrong way to sew them. You're still gonna come up with the same block, whether you make 1 at a time or you did what I did and made sew each section at a time. So we're gonna press them and then we're gonna sew the 3 parts together. So that's what I did. I'm gonna do a bonus block. When I sew by myself, which you might have seen yesterday, I sew as many pieces as I can, and then I trim. When I do these kind of sew-alongs where we're kind of working together, I try to not confuse you by sewing too many parts at the same time. And we're just gonna cut these apart, snip them apart. If I had to recommend one tool that is an unusual tool, maybe that's different than like a rotary cutter cutting mat or some rulers, this thing, get one of these. Whether you get this brand, this Gypsy, the Gypsy quilter cutter, or you get one where you put a rotary blade in, get one. It's a lifesaver, especially if you're a chain piecer like me. Definitely worth it. Still see. Oh, this one, I didn't cut these apart. Okay. I have quilters at the studio that will take my cutter when they're sewing a block, so they can so they can use it, which is really cute, I think, which is really smart. I think it's great. It's a great tool, really great tool. Hello? What's I'm live, eh? Oh, okay. Just FYI. I don't know. I don't think I'm
point of turning on my phone and I can just look at you right here.
Oh, okay. We're sewing Flower Farm Sampler Block 6.
Where's your phone?
Over there in the laptop.
Oh, okay.
I'm live on everything. We're live on TikTok and on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah. And Laura's on and Missy's on. I know they're sewing. I don't know if anyone else is sewing with us, but I know they're on.
What the hell is this thing?
What thing?
I didn't even see it.
Oh, this is the pressing table that Sue and Dave bought me. And I didn't even ask them for it. I just said, oh, it's on sale. Like, I have to bring it home. I wouldn't have shipping. Then she goes, no more gifts for you this year. And she went and bought it. Well, she went to go buy it, and then Dave goes, I'm buying it. And I'm taking it up for you. And I'm putting it together for you. I was like,
That's right. I'm eating an ice cream thing.
oh, I can't have an ice cream sandwich.
I put the food away.
Oh, Ken was coming to grab food. That's
Well,
cool.
It's
You can still grab it.
for
Okay, cool.
I'm
So this goes that way, and this, and then this goes. Okay, so now we have our 3 pieces that we need. So we made those extra blocks so you can lay them out so they look like this. Ice cream sandwich sounds amazing right now. Yeah. Does. We'll have to have one after class. So get your partner to get you one. Tell them you need one when you're done sewing. It's your treat. It's your reward for doing a good job. Okay, so I laid out all 3 of my pieces so that I can sew them together. So I'm going to sew the top in the middle, and then I'll sew the bottom after. I'm going to do all 6 of them. Stupid dog. She's going to learn to stop. Okay. So I'm going to sew those. So there's just that one seam to nest, but if we press it according to the pattern, it will nest. I discovered today that Bunny will yelp Even if you don't step on her, if you step too close and you scare her. Because I was pushing the little footrest around and it didn't hit her at all, but it scared her and she yelped at it. So I'm like, every time I thought I stepped on you, maybe I didn't even step on you. So I was like, damn, I gave Joe heck for not watching her dog. She's like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs with my dog. And then she would go upstairs. She goes, she's just gonna hang out here with you and I'm going downstairs. I was like, is that okay? She's not allowed downstairs. And I'm like, he go take a nap. And Joe's like, it's time for a nap now. You've been up all day. I was like, oh god. So funny. I said, I'm gonna give her away. I'm done with this dog because she's just following around. I'm trying to put stuff away and clean up and oh my gosh.
Oh, she's back up here.
Is she up here?
Yeah.
Little
There.
stink.
There.
Oh my gosh. What a little stink.
I don't see Joe Wall sounds like a fucking elephant.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't very much up the stairs and walking too.
Yeah, he's very loud. Even if he's trying to be quiet, he walks like Papa.
Walks on the heel of his feet.
That's how Papa walks.
I was like the silent just putting the dog up here everywhere.
She dropped put the dog up
Yeah,
here.
she dropped the dog there and then she turned it away.
Let me just get rid of you. Someone's got to watch you. Oh, that's funny. And she doesn't do the stairs yet, so she's not like trying to go downstairs. She's never tried to go down there, and I've never brought her down there. So I guess she figured.
Where about? I just put you on.
Did she tinkle?
Yeah.
Oh,
Joe! Your dog peed on the floor! Upstairs where you put her!
where?
She's making her mark.
This is where my mama left me. Sorry if this conversation is a little weird for
She's
you.
eating something in your room!
Oh my god. Like a reward. Yeah. Ah. I told
What?
uh,
This little thing fell on the floor.
goodness.
Okay.
It's crazy up here. Sorry about that, everyone. But this is reality. This is my life. It goes. All right. All right. So we are doing well. I don't know how you guys are doing. I hope you're doing good with your sewing. I am done 3 blocks. So half of them and 3 more to do. The nice thing about these is I don't have to worry about what fabrics are going with what because I haven't changed any of them. These are all the same for both blocks. There's just one. I changed A. I changed A. I told her to keep stuff off the floor in her room. She doesn't listen.
She eats some purple foam.
You've only been home 1 day and your dog's already eating stuff in your room.
What the fuck is that for? Sorry.
What?
The
I'm making a call for the camera.
oh. That's nice.
You don't like it?
No, I like it.
It's like a nice spy quilt, but it's just all scraps left over from other quilts.
Yeah, I can see my boba fabric.
Yeah, there's lots of that fabric, and there's other ones. I'm gonna do 9 across and 10 down, so 90 blocks, 2,250 2.5-inch squares.
How much?
2,250.
Oh yeah, I was correct. I had a 2 in there somewhere.
Yeah. It's only because I've said it a couple times. That's why I remember.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I got fabric when I went to the quilting barn.
When did you go to the quilting barn?
When I was going to North Bay.
Oh, did you stop in?
Yeah, I sent you a picture of it.
Didn't?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I sent you a picture of it, and then I sent you a picture of Ken's little Benum that I found.
I got the Benum picture. I never did the Benum picture.
There was another picture.
Oh my gosh, was Auntie there? Or she at her
No, she's
camper?
gone.
Oh.
I missed her and I told her, where the hell are you?
Oh, she seems excited about the place we rented, so that's good.
Mm-hmm. What is it? I sent it though.
Mm. What kind of fabric did you get at Auntie's? I should ask if she had any. I gotta ask her if she has any 108.
See, look, it's right there.
Oh, I never seen that picture.
Right before the other one.
Oh,
And it literally says right on it too, the Quilting Barn.
oh, I didn't know you went there. I didn't see it. I only looked at Ken's thing. I guess I didn't open the picture. Or whatever.
I got moth fabric,
Moth fabric? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
another moth fabric.
They stopped there for you?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you're nice friends. Or you were just like, Gus, they can't stop there. Well, there's a corner, there's a little corner street there too.
I should just stop there. And then they're like, okay.
Oh, ever sweet. So I'm gonna check to make sure these are 6.5.
I got some what's it called? Tree slices. Like, like tree rings.
Oh, okay.
It's like white and black.
Yeah, yeah.
Looks really cool.
Oh, cool.
And something else I can't remember. It's still on my calendar at home. I didn't put it away yet.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I only spent under $30.
Under $30.
Yeah, I got like 4
Oh, that's not bad.
half meters of thing. That's not horrible.
No.
I think only one thing I bought was 4 parts.
Oh, cool. It's tiny in there now, eh?
Yeah. That's what Angie said when I messaged her.
What?
She goes, it's small like me.
She's all like, it's small, eh? It's like what, a third of the size it was? An eighth of a size? An eighth of a size. So there's this cute little quilt shop in Earlton called the Quilting Barn. It is you can shop online. It's a cute little shop. It was a cute little shop. Now it's a cute teeny shop. Teeny tiny shop.
Well, her shop is
It's tiny now. She doesn't have her classroom anymore. She doesn't have like the long arm room. She doesn't have all the extra storage and stuff. It's just a shop.
it's really easy to look through
Yeah,
compared to last time I went.
it's overwhelming. So there's all our blocks. Pretty. Okay.
There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Oh, cool.
And then Shem was looking at a bag.
All right. So now we're gonna go on to step 2.
Jim garbage.
Yeah, there's a garbage on the table there. See that garbage? It's overflowing. You put it in that garbage.
No, it's overflowing.
Doesn't matter. Most of my garbages are overflowing.
That's not a practice.
No, it's just
And
reality.
people are watching you.
I don't know.
I
I got a like on YouTube and then
4,
there's 4.
6.
I don't know. People come in and out.
Oh.
Right? People come in and out. Someone's like, I'm pretty sure I've seen you for a couple seconds. As I was scrolling, that was the Lieutenant Governor's staff. He's like, I'm pretty sure I've seen you. He goes, you do lives, eh? I'm like, yep. He goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen you. I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Whenever you're not responding to me, I always go check your live.
Well, I also put my phone on silent, like I put on Do Not Disturb. Because too many times I've been interrupted with phone calls. Sometimes I don't do that and I just answer you on my watch and then, yeah, that's where we can. Okay. So you're going to pay, it says to pay careful attention to how you're going to stitch it to your lines. So let's do that. Let's pay careful attention. So you're to the seam angle. So an F square to the upper left corner and a B square to the lower right corner of an A rectangle as shown. See, stitch and flip corners, page 10. Make 8 units.
Isn't just a picture of your food? He goes, what's that?
Of our food?
Yeah.
It's homemade nuns. Okay. So we're going to grab our 8 fabrics. And you're gonna do, it says to do 8. So we're gonna count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cat's laughing at me now. Go away, cat. You're gonna count 4. Now, this is where my piece changes. So I have to use 2 different colors. It's not gonna change anything else other than I'm using 2 different solids, both from Tula Pink, because all my fabric is Tula Pink. At least I think so. Pretty sure. I really like this blue. It's a little different on, it's closer to it looks a little clearer, I think, on YouTube, maybe. I don't know, but it's a really nice color. And then this is like a citrine color. Very nice. So that's the only thing I changed in the whole block is those rectangle 8s. What machine do you recommend? I saw lots of different machines, lots of different brands. I recommend going to your local quilt shop and buying whatever they sell if you like them. The reason I say that is it's important to have someone who can maintain them, who can honor the warranty, and who can clean them. Because do you really want to drive 10 hours to get your machine cleaned and fixed? Not everyone can clean it. Unless you have someone who's, because I was talking to the lady I have a Husqvarna Viking, Brilliance 75Q. I really recommend getting a machine that you like, that you understand, and that you can get training on. And then, of course, that you can get it maintained and cleaned on a regular basis. So if you're buying it at your, I don't know, at a shop near your cottage, perfect. Every time you go to the cottage, you can bring your machine in, right? Like when you go open your cottage or whatever, you can bring your machine in and get it clean and maintained. So just find out, because not everyone maintains all machine types. So that's one big thing. Because I know as a studio owner that sometimes your machines just act silly or they need to be cleaned, and you need someone who can open it up safely and clean it and know what to expect and can honor the warranty of your piece without you having to ship the machine somewhere and it costing you a lot. For me, I have to drive an hour, but that's not so bad. Or I have to get someone to drive an hour to drop off my machine to get it cleaned or maintained. So that's what I recommend. But I've used Singers, I've used Kenmore's, I've used this Husqvarna, I've used a PAF, I've used a Bernina. I'm using a Janome industrial machine at work. Oh my gosh, it's so fast and so nice. I like it. I've had people recommend we're getting a PAF. Actually, I've never tried. Have I tried it? I don't know. Just try it out. See what you want. Know what you want in a machine. And then I really, really recommend, though, getting something that you can get maintained and cleaned. Very important, especially if you sew a lot. Okay, let's get back to our piece. So that's my recommendation. Do with it as you wish. So now we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I think that's 4. 4 of those for that. I do have 2 piles. 1, 2, 3, 4 for that one. And then we need 4 bees. 1, 2, 3, and 4. It says to make 8 units. That's 4 for each. Okay. Because we're going to do, so usually in her patterns, they're very kind of repetitive. You always, when you do a rectangle piece, you make 4, half of them one way and half of them the other way. And that's why we're doing 8 instead of 16 of them. So we need 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we'll move those out of the way. So again, I'm switching out just my long A piece, my long rectangular piece. Thank you. That's the best advice I have received. Oh, you're very welcome. That's what I tell everyone, is if you can't get it maintained, what's the point of having a machine and it breaks? I've had people go, well, I don't know who can fix it. And the machine's just sitting there because who knows, maybe the belt broke, maybe it got, dirt stuck in it, and get it cleaned every 12 months, whether you use it every day or not. If you're using it more than that, maybe get it cleaned more than that. And I've had to Thank you. And I've had to warranty pieces on my machine, so it was easy to go to the lady who I bought it from, 'cause she had my receipt. She filled out my warranty for me. So it was a no-brainer. Okay, so we're going to sew this F piece going from the upper right corner down to the lower left corner. And draw the line if you need to. I'm simply using my diagonal seam tape. So look at your pattern. We're on step 2 for the angle. So watch that you do it right. If you mess up, don't cut it or don't get rid of it. It could be for the other piece. Because I've done that too, where I'm like, oh, I think I messed up. But it was okay because I was able to use it for the other piece. So these are stitch and flip corners. You can what was I going to say? You can see the instructions on page 10 for those. And these pieces that we're putting on, are they? Oh yeah, okay. They're the size that I keep. So let's do the other one because it's exactly, other than I'm still doing the same angle. I'm just changing my rectangular fabric because that's the only thing I've changed. This is actually very similar to the Stash Buster 2025 block. This is a very similar piece. Okay. Just be mindful if you're changing other colors, then just if you're changing other pieces, just be mindful that you keep them together with your block. So I'm going to take my little piece here. That's just a bonus block. I do like to remind you so you don't get confused about what I'm doing. Hello?
Just ye.
Just you. It's not just you, it's you. It's you. Wonderful. Hello. Just to let you know, I am locked. Okay, what's up?
I need one of your labels.
My personal labels?
So I want to put one on schools.
Oh, you want one of those labels?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta find the book.
Where is?
No. Off the top of my head, I think it's on that thing. There should be books down on a section of books. It should be there. You just take what you want. You iron it on.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do the B, and just again be mindful of where your angle is. I'm going to sew it this way. If you can't find it over there, it could be over here. But I'm pretty sure it's over there. So. All right. Then we're going to do this one. We're going to sew it that weird way, right? Because we wanted to go from, okay, wait, we wanted to go at the same angle as this one. Oh, I might have sewed that one wrong. I don't know. No. It should go the same way as the other one. The other way that we sewed it should go the exact same way. I think I'm doing it right. I'm sewing it. I don't like to start in the corner. That's why sometimes I get confused. But I try to be mindful of what I'm doing. I'm just paying close attention. And in my case, fabric is the same for both sets. It's just that I'm changing out. Did you find it? Okay, sorry. I didn't know if you found it. I was like, okay. Hello. I think there's like 2 books. Okay. Well, look at that. I know more than I think I know sometimes. Okay. Did you do the thing you talked about with the amber or no? You haven't decided what you're doing. Stitch from this one. Get this way. Okay, so let's stitch that way. So I'm just double checking every time. Because I would rather double check than have to rip a seam. That's so much easier to just double check. So the voice you're hearing is Kendrick, that's my middle son. And he's here. And he was binding some quilts today. How many did you get done, son?
I got 4 backs done.
Oh, you have to bring it to the front? Okay.
I was cutting your table.
You were trimming all those things for me? Yay!
It took like half an hour.
Yes, it was a lot. And then it was like the huge, like I didn't even cut them apart off the long arm. We just took the whole thing off the long arm. So I did I did the what is it? So what? Yeah, it's little spools. It's called So What? That's the name of the pattern. And it's a little wall hanging. It's very cute, very small. So I long armed that today. Then I had a jelly roll waist quilt that's for a survivor. And that was done. And then I had, because the backing, I had so much backing because it was pre-made backing. And then I had a table runner that has over 800 little squares in it, and which is kind of crazy. But anyways, they're 1.5 inch squares. You may recall I sewed that together. And I was trying to show Ken the quilt because he knows who that quilt's going to, and he wanted to do the binding on it. And instead of cutting it apart, we just took the whole thing off and went, look at this, which is not normally how I do it. Usually I cut everything apart and then bring up 3 things that just need a light trimming, but he had to do it all, and he was all by himself. Yeah, it was fine.
I enjoy
Cutting things apart. So there you go. But it was a little bit more work than I usually give them. Just a little. He's like,
it was easier actually for me to get like a perfect straight line.
Oh yeah, because then you're not cutting someone's already poorly cut something. Yeah, you could cut it as nice as you want it.
I also ironed your really small one.
A really small one.
You know those tiny blocks?
Oh, my table runner on the table.
I ironed it before I cut it.
Oh, it was a little bit wonky too. But it's really like it's really poorly cut squares, and they didn't go, and I didn't adjust them because I'm like, they are all so wonky. And well, 800 of them, 1.5 inch squares. I wasn't going to recut them properly. I just sewed them together because I cut them. Well, I cut them when Kendrick was a baby, and Kendrick's 20. So it was a really long time ago that I cut them. So I'm going to put these together and I'm going to trim everything at the same time. So let's set those aside. You do not have to do this. You can trim and press and do whatever, but this is what I'm going to do because I'm going to do my next blocks. So I'm going to grab. Did you try out the little garbage bags?
Yeah, they were tiny ones.
Oh, good. And I thought the handles would be helpful. I don't know if they are, but I thought they'd be. So there's those go there. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, they do. Okay.
I also called Leon and his sisters to help me out pick up the binding. So I picked the first binding that I picked.
Oh yay!
I gave him like 6 options.
2,
I picked the first
3, 4. Oh, there you go. We have, if you haven't seen our studio at Quilts for Survivors, we have this huge rack that has 12 bins.
4
by 3.
No, it's 4 by 4.
16 bins. Oh, 16 bins. Wow. Holy man. Anyway, 16 bins, and they're full of binding, and they're all organized by color or by scrap. Like we have one that's just scrappy binding. And then if you're looking for, I don't know, pink or red or purple to go on your quilt, you just look in there, and it's really makes life so much easier. We don't make binding.
I have 2 options.
Okay.
This one. This one.
Ooh.
Which one?
There's a lot of flowers on the quilt. Does she like tea? Because a teapot's kind of cute too. Look, there's a little teapot.
She might actually.
That's nice too. I don't know. It's not mine to cook them.
I just want your opinion. So I want them to be surprised.
I like the teapot though, but I don't know if she's big into tea. Just because a lot of, oh my goodness, who's knocked that? Thanks, Ken. Little crappers. Bunny, you're a nut.
I'll consider a picture.
No, just ask him. Just ask him. Does your cook them like tea?
My phone's upstairs.
Well, you can bring it downstairs. Just cut out what you need. I don't need it back. That's fine. Okay. Sorry about the interruptions, but that's part of being a mom and part of creating, and this is live. So you get me at my worst and at my best, and all the parts in between. Okay, so we're gonna get back to this. I haven't trimmed the pieces we just sewn. I'm gonna trim them all at the same time, and I'm going to press them all at the same time. I think that's just easier for me and the way my brain works. All right, so let's go to step 3. That's on page 29 of the book, Flower Farm Sampler. So if you're just joining, this is the book. It's an awesome book, easy to follow, good, clear instructions, and lots of pictures, visual instructions, which really help me. Because you can tell me to sew from the upper right to the lower left, and I'll be like, what? But if I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's what they mean. Okay. So we're going to make 8. 4 for one block and 4 for another block. Okay, so there you can see where I'm using that different color again. You might have changed everything up. You might just be making 2 exactly the same. It's your quilt. You do you, and this is what I'm going to do. All right, and if you don't know, I'm using Tula Pink Roar fabric and a white background, and then I'm incorporating some of the solids, some of Tula Pink's solid fabrics. And I bought, I had a fabric bundle of fat eighths and a fat quarters of the solid. I would love to just buy all the bolts. But you know what? I don't know any. Just a bolt of that. I'm using fabric with words on the next block. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So we're going to start with the background. We're going to start with F. So be mindful of how it goes. We're going to go from the upper left to the lower right. So let's do that. If let's start one and I get it right, and I have the angle right, I can get all of them sewn together right. So I love to chain piece. And it goes well. If I start out strong, start out accurate, it's going to all be accurate. I know some people are making these with their scraps, which I think is great too. When I did her Barn Star sampler, I used various fat quarters and tried to incorporate a lot of indigenous prints. Hello? Which one did you decide on? The tea. She does drink tea. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I just think it would be really unique, you know?
I called him. I have a weird question for you. He's like, what? I was like, does your cook like tea? He's like, tea? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I was like, perfect.
He's like, what the hell, Ken?
Why? And he's like, that's all I was like, let's see when it's done. He's like, why? It's cool. Let's see it when it's done. And then you understand why I asked that question.
Yeah. So do you need a specific color of fabric to put it on? Because you have to iron it on?
Really lilac. Right.
Look behind the door. There's bolts there, which would give you whatever size you want. Or I have here, actually. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to help my son here. This. You can use that, or do you want one of these? Ooh, he's like, ooh, give me the rainbow. Give me the rainbow. You know, Skittles. Is it Skittles that says taste the rainbow? Yeah, there you go. Feel the rainbow. All right, Missy said, and I'm not planning it so words are all the same. I'm just going to be a hot mess. It's okay. So I feel 99% of the time. You can take whichever one you want. I have a whole bolt of that, other than light pink. So whatever.
Let me take this.
Okay, that's fine.
So kind of matches for more.
Yeah, that's fine. Backing is wild anyways. Okay, so how am I doing this way? This way. Yeah, I have no issues with this. Iron's on, man. Just come over here and borrow this iron. It's on, it's hot, it's ready to go. Is that you have to plug it all the way over there, and it's kind of annoying. Because this room only has 2 outlets. Who builds a room with 2 outlets?
Old people.
These people.
It's an old house.
It is. It's over 100 years old. It's actually over 120 now, I think.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good. Oh, if you want to cut that, you can bring it to that station. It's the cord's long enough. Yeah. Alright, sometimes it's hard to tell which is the right side and which is the wrong side on a solid. I never heard back when I messaged Paul about our orders. I never heard back. Damn, I know. I was like, can you press this just a bit for me? There's a crease there. Please and thank you. Well, now we got a helper.
It's like being Marcy.
Yeah.
Sewing retrieve.
Oh, I'm sure. Captain, get down. We're gonna have just some people who are just gonna be ironing. We'll get Clara and Grandma and Sherry if they're not sewing to. That's the board members. If they're not sewing, they're ironing for people. I'm telling you. I'll be like, iron. I was at one little sew day, and people would come behind and cut my things and sew them for me, iron them for me, and bring them back. Or they'd go, "This one's wrong." Oh, okay, thanks. What do you need?
Scissors.
You want like fabric scissors? The heavy duty ones are over there. You want those ones, but those work good too. I bought 2 pairs, and Grandma was like, "My scissors are too heavy." I gave her one of those, and she loved them.
Yeah, they're nice and light.
Yeah, they're not too heavy. She said her good scissors were too heavy for her, and she was having trouble using them, so I bought her a lighter pair.
I really like my scissors.
Okay, sorry, I was just making sure I didn't miss any comments. Yes, Ken bought a really nice pair of scissors at Quilt Canada.
2 pairs. You got snips and scissors.
That's right, yes. Keep hitting this with my belly. It's fine to just put them there. All right, so that's a bonus block that has nothing to do with anything. It's just so I can cut it without cutting my threads. Okay, so now I have hopefully done this all the right way. And then we can sew the other one. Is it going the right way? Yes, it is. Okay. Huh? Yeah, I think it works good there. Because then sometimes I can bring it closer to, if I'm cutting here and I just want to press and cut, I can do that.
It's a nice little.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for it. Okay, so now I have them done, and my angle is going this way, and I want my angle on the other one to go the same way. All right.
It's very easy to get right.
Oh, cool. What's Ken making over there? Sorry if I missed it. Okay, Ken, just yell out what you're doing.
I am making a press-on label for my friend. Skookum.
So Gookum, if you don't know, is a grandma in Indigenous culture, at least Ojibways and Crees use that word. Yeah, and I have this label that just count to like 5. Just hold it and count to 5 in each section. And he's ironing on this label onto a piece of fabric. So he looked for the book, then he looked for the label, then he looked for fabric. And he's going to put it on the back of the quilt. Are you going to write on the label? Or are you going to use a machine to write what you want? You got to hold it. You can even just set the iron on it. If you don't like the way it looks, just flip it over and use it. She'll never know. So that's what Ken's working. Helped his friend make this quilt, and then he long-armed it. He was going to long-arm it, but I went down and long-armed it because it's just so busy. And then he's doing the binding. I did the binding. Did you do all
the binding? I prepped it.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're probably going to want to fold in those ends on that particular that label.
I'm going to do zigzag on there.
Okay, but you could also press the 2 sides and put it in the binding.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
At least you can see the teapot now.
Okay. Do you want me to hold it up to show everyone? Okay. So here's the color that he picked, and I hope you can see the little teapot. No, because I have one's professional. Hazel made me labels, so I used the one she made me. No, I did use them. I used them when I made the quilt for Jamie's son.
Can you reuse them?
I think you can.
Put it back in your drawer.
I think you can. But I don't really use them.
Yeah, I know. I'm also the one who uses them.
Yes, because I have my own labels that Hazel made for me. Very good. All right, so I am thinking, I am stitching these down. This is going good. So knowing that it's the same angle as the other one, will work. So Rod called. Rod? Fishing Rod? And he was asking about the camper and like he's like, I can't give you full service because it's full over there. I said, I don't need full service right now. I'll be fine. I said, but I do need electrical. He says, I can only give you 15 instead of 25. So you can't run your AC on 30 or whatever. I said, that's fine. I said, but I do need water. And he's like, if it's been cut, you can't put it back in there.
Okay.
You have to put it in that one over there with the solids. No, that one over there. See the mess? It has to go in there. Like, yeah. Those are solids that are not a specific size. I don't know. I have a weird method of ordering. That's fine. I just like to know that those are, when you open it, it's a fat quarter. There's some patterns. Ask for fat quarters. All right, we're putting back the rainbows. Okay.
I'm gonna go. I gotta go shopping for my necklace.
Did you get your supper?
Yes.
Okay, because Cat had put it away. Awesome. Anyways, he's gonna connect it somewhere. You can't put us beside the garage because someone's already going there. Those are sad. I know. I was like, but I need water. I said, we need this for Wallace. And he's like, I got you. I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I can't run a hose across the road, but I got you. I'm like, okay. I said, Rod, Wallace can't do that. Okay, and I'm trying to keep us all the same. So it'll be good. I have an extra block.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh no, I don't. Okay.
And I'll finish all those quotes tomorrow too.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do some more long. I mean, I think if nobody else is using it,
Yeah.
that's my plan. All right, love you. Bye, son. Oh, that's the bunny. I was like, where is that? No, it's from scratching. Bed. Oh, she went downstairs after Ken. She really likes, well, she barks at everybody, but she really likes Ken and gets really mad at him if he ignores her. Okay. That's a lot of fun. All four or five kids are in the house right now. It's crazy. The only one not here is Michael, and his fiance. So. All right. But that's pretty cool. It's very cool. All right. Snip that. Now I have a nice chain of pieces. And we're going to cut these apart. So lots of things are happening at the studio. We had that's right. We had some guys in today. Let's go this way. Is that the right way? Yes. For a second there, I thought I did them wrong. We had some guys there putting in the AC. So we will have air conditioning. It hasn't been, there's a couple of days where I was like, get out of here. It is too hot. We cannot stay here. It is too hot. You know, almost 30 degrees in the studio and you're trying to quilt. Not comfortable. So I'm glad that they were there. But then they said something about the air conditioner was leaking and they had to fix that. So I don't know if they came back. Fix that. Okay. Well, bye, love. Thanks for tidying up. There's $5 in my wallet if you really need it. All right. So we're going to now trim all of these pieces. I can come. Not that you need to see me trim, but I can come over here.
What? Are you trimming yet?
No, I'm still teaching.
Or how long?
Maybe another 60 minutes. Okay?
Deal.
Okay, deal.
I like making deal.
Okay, so now we have
You did
60. There we go. And that's one. We're going to press these after. I'm going to trim them. I could trim them with scissors. It might be faster. But because I keep these cutoffs, I like them to be more accurate. But maybe the scissors would be more faster. The kids want to go in the pool. We have like this small little wading pool and they want to do. Nope, I think I'm gonna use the rotary cutter. I think I like that better. 60 minutes, 60. Go and watch a show or clean your room. I told them they could either go in the pool before supper or after my class. It's I think it's 2.5 feet deep. But I just don't want to risk it, right? They need adult supervision. I don't want someone getting hurt. Okay. There's that one. So I'm going to cut all of these. There's 8 of each, 4 in each color, 4 for each block. We're so close to being done though. We have to put these 2 together. Okay. And then we have to make a square and a square, and then we sew our blocks together and we're done. That is it. I think we're going to be done a little earlier than an hour, but we had some interruptions, which are fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating that we did have a few interruptions and we're still making good time. So that's good. Maybe you're a little ahead of me. And that's fine too. I mean, there are times when you shouldn't interrupt, but this is those times, at least for me. And if that bothers you, well, you're just going to have to deal with that because it's going to happen. It's just the way it is as a single mom. Okay. So we are pressing this. This is the same unit that we make in the Stash Buster challenge. And I made one last night and I posted it. Where did I post it? Facebook? Yeah, I think I posted it on Facebook. And everyone's like, it's gorgeous. Actually, I think it would make a beautiful quilt if I made all of the blocks that color because it's gorgeous. I just love it. I'm getting better at picking my blocks. And I think the one lady thought I was going to make the whole quilt that way. She's going to be maybe she's going to be disappointed because I'm only making one block that way. But anyways, okay. This is that block. Other than the square, it's very close to that block because the Stash Buster challenge, the center block is a square, stays a square, and no, yeah, other than the square, there's no square and a square in that other block. This one, there is a square and a square. It does have the star leg, that, so it's very similar to that. So you could take the Stash Buster challenge and do a square and a square in that block. Should you choose to. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, so now these, I kept these. You don't have to keep these, you can toss them, but I'm keeping them and I'm going to sew them together as I sew bonus blocks, and I will use them for a quilt that I'm going to make. All right, so let's go over here, and we're going to, now one of these, I wonder if she does the same thing. Let me see what she says for pressing instructions. You're going to press that way, and then you're going to press that way. Okay, so the first set, that's the first set. You're going to press, okay, so you're going to press towards the left. So you're going to press 1. Okay, so that's how she does it. That's different than the other one that I was referring to. So you're going to press it that way. So let's focus on that. So pressing it, follow the pressing instructions in the book. What you need to do is we want these to nest, so you need to find a way to press them so that they nest. And in her case, she's pressing 1 set to the left and one set to the right. Okay? And you need to do that. That's her recommendation. That's what I'm doing. And I always feel like when I press it in towards that rectangle, it feels like it's backwards, like I'm pressing it the wrong way or something. But that's how we press it. I am nice and hot because the camera's using it, so I didn't fall asleep. Okay. Press this one. Seams, rolling it back. I'm just pressing it the best I can. Now you can trim those if you need to what is recommended in the book. I'm gonna press, just check the book. Because again, I can't really give you sizes. It's not my pattern, but you can, you'll figure it out. If you have the book, you'll be fine. And I do not. I do not check them at this stage unless it's really like it's noticeably wonky. Like if my corner is just like, yes, that needs to be trimmed, then I trim it. But usually I trim it after the when I put the two pieces together, then I double check it to make sure it's accurate. Because I've had my blocks just, I've trimmed them and then they distort when I sew them together for whatever reason. Sometimes it seems like they're just, even if I hadn't trimmed it, it would have went together a little better. So just keeping that in mind. So just organizing this and then keeping that in mind. Okay. Pressing, folding back, pressing, and folding that back as well. I think I did set these already. I had trimmed that. Okay. So I didn't see any that were really wonky that I need to trim up, but maybe when I sew them together, I'll see something and I'll just trim it up if I need to. Okay, so I have my sets together. Take my book. These are the center units or the petal units or whatever they're called. So let's lay these out. Now I have mine mixed up only because I have one set of colors on the top and then different set on. Okay, so these go, no, the whites go together. Okay, so when you're going to lay them out, you're going to put those background pieces together. Okay, the bottom is going to make your star legs. So these are going to come together. And that's why you needed to press one way and one the other, because they're going to nest. If you don't want to do that, you can press them open. That would definitely keep them from getting too bulky. Actually, I was talking with Ken today, my son who was just in here. We were talking about thread and good quality thread versus a cheaper thread. And I said, I like a good quality thread. I find it doesn't break as much. So it's good. If I have to rip it out, it's good. And a good quality, a less linty thread means there's less dirt going into your sewing machine when you're sewing. And he didn't know that. And using a good quality fabric as well, you're not going to have as much frayings. You're not going to have as much lint that way either. You're going to get lint anyways, but if you can reduce it, why not? And buy a good quality thread. Just ordered some Aurifil large cones for our industrial machine. Not that you have to just use those, but it'll help. I call those candy cane blocks and get all mine matching like perfectly together except for one. Yeah, Yep. These are blocks. It's true though. You can get them all matching up just awesome. And there's always that one that's just not great. I'm gonna try to remember that, Missy, that they're candy cane. Candy cane. I love that. Okay. All right. So let's keep going. The person said yes. So I'm just trying to match this up. So I had a lot of fun long arming today. I haven't been long arming. I've been very busy with other things, other tasks. And I have been having some pain with my foot. Last summer I had no, was it last summer? No, it was in Halifax 2 summers ago. I had a really bad case of plantar fasciitis. It's like a Charlie horse in your foot for months, weeks. I don't think it was months, maybe months, weeks, and definitely even a couple of months. It was very painful. And I wear a certain type of sandal, it's kind of like a slipper, but it gives some support. And I wear those in the house because it's so painful. I don't want to get it back, but I think I got it. And it's been very painful, very hard to stand. So I haven't been doing that, but I had fun today. Oh my God, my foot's feeling better and I had some fun. I didn't want to overdo it, so I just did one as much as I could do on the backing because the backing was almost wasn't quite 10 feet, like 10 feet wide, but it was pretty close, probably 9 feet or 8.5. And I put the quilt fit perfectly on it, but it had space. So I tried some table toppers that are for the gala, but I wasn't able to fit them on. It was just too short for that. And then I had that little so what wall hanging, so I put that one on, and then I put a table runner on. And then there wasn't enough room after the quilt was on to really put anything else. It probably could have if I did the quilt this way, but then I couldn't get my table topper on. So it was a game of whatever. I don't know what you call it. Okay, so our candy cane blocks, as Missy calls them, are done. I think I'm gonna steal that name. They kind of look like candy canes because they got the stripes going on. We're going to press these, and then I'm gonna check. I won't be able to do it here. I'll have to do it over there if they're the right size. That map's too small. Okay, so we're gonna check how it's going. So we're gonna set and then press back. And I don't think it matters which way you press it. I don't think it matters, but let's see what they say. What did they say? They say to press open. So there you go. It is kind of a bulky seam, but if you get it nice and flat, it's not that bad. And I will square these up because they could be wonky now. They're actually looking really good. I think these are the best candy cane blocks I've made because they're really nice. Those background pieces are coming together so accurately. I love it. I'm really pleased. Really pleased. So I have two different color candy cane blocks again, one for one block and one for the second, just so they're a little different. I wanted siblings, not twins. Oh, they look so good. Oh, I'm so happy with it. So I don't care how long you've been sewing. When you get that point perfect, it's a moment to celebrate for sure. This block isn't laying as flat as I want. Okay, so that is not laying flat. So I have this stuff called Easy Press Pen. I don't know what it does to the seams, but my lord, it helps. I don't know what it does. It's like magic. It's not a glue. I don't know what liquid it is. I'm running out of this liquid. I got it in a Sew Sampler box. And I'm running out of the liquid. I looked to buy some more. Oof. It's ever pricey. It's pricey. It's very pricey. Okay, so then I put it on and now I'm just gonna press it. It doesn't leave a residue on my fabric. It's never changed the color of my fabric. I don't know if it does. It's never done it for me. It is clear. And it dries really good. So that wonky seam is not wonky anymore. I don't know what it does. It's like weave a little bit of magic fairy dust and got this great piece. So this is what my 2 sets of candy cane blocks looks like. One block has the green and one block has this nice blue. I'm just going to check them. They need to be 4, 5, 6. So I'm using a to square them up. I realize that you can't really see what I'm doing, but I know that you understand what I'm doing. Sometimes it's just enough, just what we need. We need you to understand. To trim, possibly just trim this side. This side looks, they're so, oh my gosh, this is so awesome because they're so close to being exactly what they're supposed to be. And again, I didn't trim each little section. I chose to wait because that just seems to work better for me and for the way that I sew. I don't know why. That one's fine. It just seems to work better for me. That one is okay too. And they're not short, which is really, really amazing. Because I've always had blocks that were too short, you know. It's like, you know, the seam allowance will save it. These ones don't even need a saving. They're so, oh, I'm going to show you them closer up. I'm so proud of myself, so happy, pleased with myself. My skills are improving. And this is proof because I don't have to trim these so much, or I'm not disappointed that they're all so shy of that perfect measurement they need to be. I think I'm looking to trim the side too. Just want to double check. Just want to make sure. If you have to cut off both sides, you can always center and get that 2 1/4 line going down your stitch line, your seam, so that you're not cutting more off of one side than the other. And just because it has to be, you know, I don't know, say it has to be 4 inches, the center would be your 2. You want to make sure both sides have 2, right? That is not the size, because I can't give you the size. All right, so just look at how beautiful that looks. Look at how nice that is. I'm so pleased with myself. And then I was going to show you the one. I can tell which one it was that I put that stuff on. Might be this one, because this one's super flat. I don't know if you can tell how flat that is, but it's like really flat. I love it. Okay, so those are done. Okay. I think there was, I don't know if there's a comment. Points on points are always like an, of course it's onward, and adrenaline rush, no matter how often they happen. Yes. It makes you just feel so good. And you just want to sew some more. And when things mess up or they keep messing up, then you're like, okay, I need a break or I need to stop. Or yeah. And just those little affirmations. And I love it. I love it. Okay. So those are done. Now we need to take F and C. So take that big C block. Love the colors. Thank you. I am so happy. So what I did, how I chose my 2 solids was from this and from this. So you can see there's this green almost perfectly matches that, and this blue almost perfectly matches that. I don't think they're the same, but they're pretty darn close if they aren't. I don't have scissors. I think I might have cut too many F squares because look at all that I have left, and I don't think I need them all. No, I need 8. So I cut way too many F squares. I probably cut what I needed for both, but that's okay. If they're background, and I can always use more background because I'm using the same background in all of my blocks. Just gonna throw those little stickers in. Okay, chuck those. And then we're going to take, all right, we're gonna make a square and a square. So I'm just gonna take a pile of these. This might be not enough or too many. I think we have to do opposite corners and then trim and press and then do opposite corners again. So from corner to corner. Okay, you just pick a corner, any corner, and do opposite corners. In my case, this is not directional fabric, so I don't have to worry about, well, really, you don't have to worry about anything with this. That's just a bonus block. So you do have to trim them in between. Okay. So we go through that. We'll trim them. I'm gonna rotate to the other one. Slow down. Have one of those bonus blocks. Keep pushing my machine with my belly. Okay, I like to sit nice and high because it's more comfortable for me as a larger person. But I would like it, I need the next desk that I get, I think I need it to be one of those that, so I can get it at that perfect height where I'm not slouching. I need a raised desk that can handle the weight of my machine. Okay, so let's go trim these pieces off. Where's my ruler? Where did I put my ruler? I lost my ruler. Not that I necessarily need that one, but the one I like to use. And I do like to use my rotary. I prefer to rotary cut it. If it was shorter and it was just one clip, one snip of the scissors, I don't have an issue. Okay, actually, I think we're just pressing them out. It doesn't say. Okay, we're gonna press them out. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be so cute. The center is gonna be a galaxy. It's gonna be awesome. I'm having so much fun. So I did at the beginning, I did make a chart with my fat quarters, and then I put in what colors of solids I wanted there. And that's only a suggestion. It's just a guide. It's not written in stone. So I've changed it up a little bit. Because I wanted to something different. So it's not written in stone. I'm changing it up. I'm going block by block. Working with that. I'm not adding new fabrics to it. I'm still using the fabrics from Roar, Tula Pink Roar. Okay, don't need any more of those. So I did cut way too many background squares, but that's okay. They're a good size, and I will probably need them again. Maybe even for the next one. What size are those? Okay, those are those ones. Yep, I need 32. I've got a head start. Ha ha. Just kidding. Win! A win for me! I got a head start. On block. I have the fabrics picked for block 7. I just haven't cut them yet. All right. So now I've got my other pieces done. Looks kind of like a funny block. We're gonna trim those off. And we're almost done, sewers, quilters, viewers, whoever you are, wherever you are. If you missed this and you wanted to catch the whole thing, go to our YouTube channel, Quilts for Survivors, and check it out. It'll be up there, unedited, just so you can fast forward, pause, fast forward, whatever you want to do. It's there. And it's not going anywhere. We're going to leave it up there. It's just a great way to share the video with you without having to do something to like give you a link or something like that. It's just up there. You can view it. You can watch it as many times as you need to. If you need to, if you don't need to, that's okay too. So what size are these? 4.5. Okay. Let's put this away. So we're done with the 6.5. We're done with that little guy. We're going to take this little guy now. I have the exact same size I need. And it's too big. I don't know about you, but when a square in a square is too big, that is a happy day. Because that means that you got those pieces on there just right. And that, I have been making these a lot, and that doesn't really happen. That hardly ever happen. This one too. Oh my goodness. It's not perfect because I can't line up those center lines perfectly, but they're pretty close. They're pretty close. Oh my goodness. Or as Joe would say, oh my God. All right. She went to summer camp and came back saying, oh my God, about everything. Which is, just kids. Okay. I do like to put my stuff away. She wants a lint brush. Okay. I do like to put my stuff away when I'm done. One, it prevents it from falling on the floor and cracking, which happened to one of my blocks. That's why one of my rulers fell. I had my little, I don't know if you can tell, but in that basket, there's like a blue thing in there for my rulers. It's a little ruler holder. And I had it just sitting on the desk. And one day, one of the rulers fell behind the desk and chipped off a little corner. This ruler is still usable because of the type of ruler it is. But I paid a lot of money for that. I don't really want a broken one, but it's fine. So I found these baskets that fit on my pegboard, and I just lifted it up off. I can put them in there, and they can't fall. So win-win for me. And it's all on my desk. So now I have a little bit more room on my desk because I don't have all this other stuff on my desk. A design board. I like to lay out my blocks so that I don't mess it up, because chances are, if it's up to me, I will mess it up. I'll turn something the wrong way, and then I love my seam rippers, but if I don't have to use them, I don't want to use them. All right, so this is very, other than the layout, this is almost identical to that block, this Stash Buster, which I made yesterday. I posted it on Instagram and on Facebook. So I need 1,000 followers on Instagram because they're changing their rules to be able to go live. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram, the Quilter with a Heart of Gold, please do so, just so that I can still do some lives on there, do some updates. I don't have time to edit videos. I'd rather just go live and be my silly self. So this is an 18-inch design board, so it's a little bigger than what I need, which helps. Yep. Okay, other than the center, it's identical. Okay, so then I'm going to do this one first. Now, I only changed this one block, if you recall, so it doesn't matter which one of these I lay first because they're identical. All the other pieces are identical. So there's the one block with the green. It looks awesome. Oh my gosh. And the green pops in this one. The green really pops. Yep. Now let's see what happens when I use this blue. Super cool. Yes, very cool. I think that's what it said, super cool. Can't read anything here. Yeah, oh, super cute. Don't forget to like and share. There might be other quilters out there who would, enjoy watching my craziness and hanging out with us all here. Okay, this looks so different. It looks the same, but different, Look at that. Now the green kind of pops in these guys because everything else kind of blends together. That is so cool. I love them both. I don't know if I have a favorite. Okay, so now we're going to sew it. Well, this is how I sew it. I sew these two, then I'll sew these pieces onto there, and then I'll sew my rows together. You can sew however you want. It's a 9-patch. However you sew your 9-patch, that's how you sew it. That's how I've always sewn it. Cute, cool, same. Love the mint color so much. That also the lime green. Yeah, I couldn't choose which one to use, so I used them both. And I get one of each. And then wherever they go in the quilt, I'll just make sure that they look good next to the other block that they're with. And last week as well with block 5, I did one in blue and one in pink. Blue and green and one in different shades of pink and peach or something. And I was really happy with that. And my pieces are coming out so great, so well. I'm really pleased with myself. As we should be. I might be making a big deal about my blocks, but if I'm not going to make a big deal about it, who is? Bunny? The cats? Because Wolf and Joe aren't. I am very excited. This is going to be great, and it's going to be an amazing quilt. So my Barnstar sampler is hanging up on a wall at our studio. It's not front and center like my sewing machine one, but it is still in a good spot. All right, so that's done. Now I'm going to sew the next block. The first 2 units of each row. That's the 9 patch. Now it's not a 9 patch that we kind of think of maybe when we think of a 9 patch, we think of 9 blocks the same size. Sit still. Sewn together the same way. It works really well. All right, we're going to do this now. So great. How great is this? Okay. So stitching. Some loose threads. Your long armor will thank you for cutting all those loose threads. If you use a long armor, if you don't and you just quilt it, you will thank yourself, like I do, because I'm my own long armor. Most of the time, anyways. My Barnstar sample, and my friend saw it, she took it. And she's like, I'm sewing this together. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because she just fell in love with it. She thought it looks great. I'm going to cut these threads just because I find, because it's so big. So I lay it out first, and then I cut the threads. Just so I don't get anything mixed up or turned around. You can get very easy when you take it from the machine to somewhere and then try to bring it back. It can, for sure. I don't know if those are the same. Oh, yeah, those are the same comments. It's hard to tell sometimes if it's moved or not. All right. I just have to have a moment to think. I just needed a moment. A moment to think and contemplate what I have to do. Oh, we're going to be done early. Okay. Kids, get ready for it. Splash in their pool. Okay, I'm going to stay focused and get this done. I don't want them to stay too late. My babysitter quit on me. Literally said, Mom, I can't babysit her anymore. It's too hard. Okay, I get it. Well, it says a lot. And someone said it's almost like he needs his own sitter. Yep. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but for now, I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to, work from home, bring him to work. I do a hybrid where I work a little bit from home, a little bit from studio. I mean, they're almost back to school. I have a week of vacation coming up. And they're almost back to school. So they only got like a month. I don't even know when school starts. To be honest, I don't know if it starts at the end of August or if it starts after Labor Day. Normally it's after Labor Day weekend, but I honestly don't know. I'm hoping to be up in Cincinnati for Labor Day weekend. They are in school before that. We're leaving like right after school that week. Car will be packed and we'll be ready to go. And there's internet up there. There's no cell service, but there is internet, so I can work. Up there. Okay. Open these up. I am not pressing anything with the iron. Everything has been pre-pressed. We've seen that. I'm not pressing these out. I am going to just finger press and move the seams as I need to. I think that'll work. So what does she say? The center ones go in. No. Oh, she has some going in and some. Oh, she has them up. Yeah, the center ones go in. Yeah, the center ones go in. So we'll just finger press that they go in. All right, so let's do one block at a time here. So the center goes in. So let's line this up and the center is going in. Okay. 1/4 inch seam all the way down, getting these blocks together. It's a really thick seam here. I might have to use my special, whatever that stuff is. I'm gonna cut that thread just to make my life a little easier. Okay. Oh, going in, right? I'm gonna make sure that everything is going the way it's supposed to. Go. I like to check and line everything up. I always sew with my needle in a down position when I stop. And I can program my machine to do that. So that I don't run into any issues. So that it holds my stitches, it holds my fabric in place. Like a second little hand or a little finger, an extra finger. Say, okay, I'm gonna hold this here for you while you adjust your piece or whatever I need to do. Hi, Captain. Yes, hello. What? I fed you already. You don't need anything. Okay. So we are sewing this up. Okay. So. There we go. Awesome. Now we're going to trim that. Oh, take off that bonus block. Open it up. It's looking really good. I'm just going to finger press that down again. I think I might have lost that point, but that's okay. I'm not freak out about it. It is what it is. I probably could have adjusted a little bit, but it's fine. I'm not going to take it apart just for that because all 3 of the other ones are perfect. At least as of right now. I'm not going to adjust it. Okay, reaching down. This one. Oh, yes, this is where it joins that one. I should have sewed that on top so I could see if I was missing my. Ooh. I was missing that's going to all. Should have sewed with my. The next one, I will make sure that my transfer is on top so you can see if I'm going to lose my pointer. Adjust accordingly. So now I'm going to lay this way and I'm going to sew it this way so that I can watch for that quarter, my little point on my star. Oh, it's going to be close. I might lose it. I'm going to try to adjust my seam, but sometimes it's just inevitable. In. Let me go in. Sometimes these are edited. Go in. Oh. In. Okay. That's a really thick seam there. Oh, I might have been able to keep it. We'll see how good I was at that seam there. It was a little close. It was cut really nice and worked out really well. You can tell when I'm confident I can sew a little faster when I know that that's nice and straight and accurate. So one more of these crazy little honest blocks. I would really love to just sew them all and get rid of them. I'm not going to do that to the kids because they want to go jump in the pool. So it's still really nice out. What's the current temperature?
It's 17 degrees right now.
Oh, that's cold. Good Lord. Well, I can hold on like this. I have to worry about the AC. We don't need it. That's cold. But because it's not so hot, the pool, which has no heater, will feel warm. Warmer. Oh, this is so pretty. This is pretty. Okay. I like this. I think it looks really nice. Are those the same? No, see, those are different. Okay, so there's the blue one, the minty one. I will show it better to you better. I'm just gonna set my seams there. And I will trim these to 16 and a half. Not now, but I will trim them after. There's too much stuff on the table. And Kendrick put all his stuff back. It's my own mess. You can't blame anybody. It's so it's very pretty. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay. I don't know which one I like better. I don't think it matters. I think I just love them both. Okay. So here is the one with the green. I think it looks absolutely amazing. I don't have another board that's that size. Oh well. Here is the one with the mint color. And I think they both look amazing. Maybe I can kind of show you. I can hold one and hold one and hold the board. There you go. There's my two number 6 blocks for the Flower Farm sampler. Woohoo! Cheers going out because we are done. We are getting close to being finished with these large blocks. I don't know how many more we have. Okay, so let's see. Don't forget, if you want, you can message me a picture of your blocks. I would love to see them. I don't critique them. I don't go through and go, hey, your blocks are kind of funky. I don't do that. I just love them. I love seeing them. So block 7 is the same size, 16 and a half. Block 8 is the same size. Block 9. Block 10. So we have 3 more blocks to make in this big size. And then we'll be going down to an 8x8. Then there's a few of those. I think, some of those have 3. Ooh. I think I'm going to try to make each one different. I don't think I want them all the same. I think that would be kind of blah. Hi, Bunny. Yeah. So 18 is 6x4, the rectangle. 4x4 is 17. 4x4 is 16. So 15 is a 4x4, and then there's a couple of 8s. 8x8. There's a few. There's 5, I think. Yeah, I think there's 5. So there, we're getting there. So next block to cut is the number 7. I'm doing the 2 different colors. I'm doing like pinks and purples and blues and greens again, or something like that. Or blues and blues? I don't know. But I'm going to do 2 different colors again, just to keep it fun and interesting. And the next one is called Orchids, and it's so pretty. It really does look like a home flower. So the one we made tonight was, I forget which one, blue center. Goes here. So one will go here and one will go down here. So these, both of my blocks, these big blocks are the same. So I don't think it'll matter unless, I think this is the orchid block that we're making next week. So that's fun. So again, the plan is, as far as I can tell, to be on next week. I will come on and let you know if I'm not. I will make a post. It would be awesome. No offense to anyone. It'd be awesome if I wasn't. If I'm up in Missinabie and able to come on live, then maybe I will do that. Because I can bring my fabric with me, bring the book, and sew along. So that would be awesome. Because I bring Armand. This is Helen. I bring Armand with me. And she's a good little machine. And I could sew from there. I could do a little live. It won't be super busy, so I should be able to get on the internet and it'd be great. So I could be potentially up there, but we'll see. I don't think I will be. I'm thinking Friday or Saturday. I'll be back up there. So thank you for joining me this evening. Thank you for sewing along. I hope you were able to get your block completed. And again, it was block 6, 2 of them for our Flower Farm sampler. All right. Oh, I wanted to just quickly, before we close out, I'll show you some blocks I worked on earlier this week in case you missed it. So over here on my design wall, my curtain rod fell down. I got to restick it back up. I was using those stick-on. I need to actually bolt it into the wall, but it's leaf and plaster. It's annoying, but I'll do it. I made this block for the flowering sampler, and then that's the Stash Buster Challenge block up there. And it's very similar to what we made tonight. So those are, I made that last night, and I made that one morning before I went to work. Really early. I don't even know if I did it live. And then look at how many of these I've gotten done. I'm so excited, but I'm not even halfway done. I don't even have 45. I have like 25 or something. So I'm getting there. And then I was starting to make my little camper, and I realized that I really did need the bias tape maker. So I bought them. And now I just have to figure out how to use them, and then I can finish up that. So that won't be done anytime soon, I don't think. All right, that's it for me. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And I will chat with you again next time. Miigwech. And that one, miigwech.